From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, July 18th, 2016. Silver is trading at $19.87 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,329 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $680. Antiwar.com reports Al-Qaeda's Nusra Front, backed by a coalition of allied rebels, which includes some U.S. armed factions, aimed to push their way back into the coastal Latakia province earlier this month, seizing the town of Kinsaba, southwest of one of their key Idlib cities, Jisr al-Shugur. The victory was short-lived as Syrian troops, backed by Russian airstrikes, pushed back into Kinsaba and surrounding areas over the weekend and are once again threatening an offensive into Jisr al-Shugur, expected to be the first stop in an overall offensive against Idlib. Nusra has been gaining ground since February, consolidating their control over Idlib and seizing parts of the Aleppo province. They currently hold about half of the city of Aleppo itself, though that half is under heavy siege and may be on the verge of falling. The U.S. has substantially shifted its view of Nusra in the past few weeks as well and has stopped pressing Russia not to attack Nusra-held targets across the country. This is likely to make them an even bigger target, with talk the U.S. might go after them as well. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports a gunman killed 3 police officers and wounded 3 others in Louisiana's capital on Sunday, nearly 2 weeks after the fatal police shooting of Alton Sterling in Baton Rouge that sparked nationwide protest, one of which led to massacres of 5 policemen in Dallas. The suspect, described by a U.S. government official as having served in the Marine Corps, was himself shot to death minutes later in a gunfight with police who converged on the scene. 2 Baton Rouge Police Department officers and 1 sheriff's deputy were killed, and 1 sheriff's deputy was left critically wounded in what Baton Rouge Mayor Kip Holden said began as an ambush-style attack on police officers. Another officer and another deputy suffered less severe wounds and were expected to survive. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spendabit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spendabit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. UPI reports the Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association wants Ohio's governor to suspend the state's open carry laws during this week's Republican National Convention. Police Union President Steve Loomis made the plea to Governor John Kasich in wake of the police shooting Sunday in Baton Rouge. Steve Loomis, president of the Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association, told CNN, "We are sending a letter to Governor Kasich requesting assistance from him. He could very easily do some kind of executive order or something. I don't care if it's constitutional or not at this point. They can fight about it after the RNC, or they can lift it after the RNC, but I want him to absolutely outlaw open carry in Cuyahoga County until the RNC is over. Except for a small secure zone inside and around the Quicken Loans Arena, residents, delegates, and protesters are legally permitted to walk around the city with weapons. That includes its 1.7 square mile regulated event zone." Kasich responded, "Ohio governors do not have the power to arbitrarily suspend federal and state constitutional rights or state laws as suggested." Loomis responded, "We're going to be looking very, very hard at anyone who has an open carry, an AR-15, a shotgun, multiple handguns. It's irresponsible of those folks, especially right now, to be coming downtown with open carry ARs or anything else. I could not care less if it's illegal or not. We are constitutional law enforcement. We love the Constitution, support it, and defend it, but you can't go into a crowded theater and scream fire, and that's exactly what they're doing by bringing guns down here." Adding, "We're going to be doing things differently after today's attack." At a press briefing earlier Sunday, Cleveland Police Chief Calvin Williams said police will not impede people's Second Amendment rights, but said gun owners must be responsible. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.